Hi guys, welcome back to my XPS guide. Now I'm gonna review Orlandeau. First, let's take a look on his stats. He get high attack stats and his passive will give you 70% attack increase, which is pretty big. It is higher than Lunet, which only 50%, and Gilgamesh, which only 60%. Not only his attack, he also has a nice amount of health because of health plus 30% ability. He also resists against blind, sleep, and paralyze. And like other 5 stars base heroes, he learns auto refresh. Now let's take a look on his good skills. The first and the best attacking skill is Divine Ruination. This skill has an amazing animation and very good to be chained together with other attack. It deals 2 times physical damage and ignores 50% of enemy defense, which means it deals 4 times of your damage. It also lowers enemies like resistance by 50%, which means you will deal more damage if you are using a like elemental weapon such as Orlandeau or Excalibur. The next good skill is Dustblade. Divine Ruination will use a lot of MP, so this skill is really useful for Orlandeau. This probably gonna heal your MP back to full, so use this skill when you need MP instead of Ether, unless you have drained all the enemy's MP, okay? So the next one is Lightning Stab. This skill is less powerful than Divine Ruination, but if you meet the enemy that weak against lightning element, then you can use this instead of Divine Ruination. It also has 6 hits, which is very easy to chain with other attacks such as Tundaga to create an elemental chain. It also can inflict silence to the enemy, but yep, I don't think silence is a good elements. Okay, so the next one is Crush Weapon. This is very good because it debuffs to stats, attack and magic with greater effect than Full Break. It lowers 40% of those stats. I like this because I think survivability is the most important thing, so I prefer to debuff enemy attack and magic than defense or spirit. Now let's take a look on not so good skills. The first one is Stasis Sword. It is bad because it only affects one enemy. And the second thing that is bad is it only has 30% chance. So even if the enemy is not resist against stop, this skill has little chance to stop the enemy. Most of strong enemies are resist against this one too. The next one is Cleansing Strike. It deals nice amount of damage, but don't hope for its confusion effect, because confuse will be gone if the enemy is attacked by physical attack. This means you cannot chain your attack with other because they will snap out from confusion. Also, the confusion chance is only 30%. So yep, Divine Ruination is outclass the damage from Cleansing Strike. So yep, you don't have a reason to use this one because yep, the confusion effect is not that good, like I have said. The next bad thing is his Limit Burst, Swordplay Raiden. Like usual, the LB is not affected by dual wield, so it is not good, okay? Also, the Divine Ruination outclass the damage even without dual wield, so there's no reason to use this one unless you fight a lot of enemies because Orlandeau doesn't have AoE attack. The next one is Crush Armor. This is his material skill. It wastes 1 slot, so it is already bad in my eyes. Also, the defense and spirit debuff are not crucial like attack and magic debuff. I don't think this one is worth to equip. He is not a debuffer too, okay? So now let's take a look on the equipments. For the poor man's or newbie, I suggest you to equip Blood Sword, which you can get from the Colosseum or Orlandeau. You want to equip Great Sword because of his passive, so you don't have a lot of choice when you don't have dual wield, okay? So for the hardcore, equip Excalibur or Save the Queen if you fight the enemy with light resistance. Deathbringer is also nice for human ability and an enemy that weak against dark, okay? So the second weapon is Genji Blade. You use this because of Blood Mastery. You don't need to equip Dark Knight Soul because you cannot equip Sword. Because you must equip Great Sword and Katana. And Blade Mastery is better than Dark Knight Soul because you only need one weapon Katana instead of Sword and Heavy Armor. This also allows you to equip Brave Suit too, okay? Because you don't equip Dark Knight Soul, you don't need to equip Heavy Armor. So yep, Brave Suit is good. You can also give him Rainbow Robe to increase his elemental resistance, okay? So yep, that's all about the equipment. He is best paired with anyone who can deal high like elemental damage, okay? Because his Divine Ruination will lower the enemy like resistance. So for the example, Cupid Artemius is very good if you have him because he can deal great lightning like damage, okay? Not lightning, like damage, okay? You can also chain its lightning step easily, so Tundaga user will be very useful when paired with him. So my conclusion is Orlandeau is one of the best attacker on this game, but if you already have Lunette, Gilgamesh or even Noctis, then you don't need to strive to get him, especially because the banner he is on right now is horrible. So yep, this is very bad banner, okay? The only good character is only Orlandeau, so you are really fighting the odds, okay? So Agrias also will become as powerful as him in the future. So don't be sad if you don't get him, especially if you have Agrias right now. Also on the future, there are a lot of characters who has high hit counts. For the example is Tidus from Final Fantasy X. So yep, you can try to get Tidus later because the Tidus banner is much better than Orlandeau banner. But yeah, I give him 10 out of 10. He is a perfect chain attacker and very strong. If you get him, then yep, congratulations. Okay, so that's all about the Orlandeau. Thank you very much for watching. Please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more Final Fantasy Brave Exvius guide. Bye guys!